Hello and welcome, ladies. If you're one of my wonderful subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to the journey. Today is going to be Miss Evangeline Renley's 1 month update. And I have her here with me, but we'll see how long this lasts. We might need to pass you off to the husband, huh? Your papa. You're terrible cute. We might have to pass you off to papa just because I'm too distracted by your adorableness. The way these updates work is I go over all things about her, feeding, sleeping, development, and then I add on at the end how me and the husband are doing and any goals we have for the next month. So let's kick it off, okay? First off, something I forgot to mention, last update, I mentioned in her birth vlog, is her hair is either kind of a blondish color, reddish blonde, or red, depending on what light it's in. In this studio lighting, it's kind of this blonde. It looks very blonde, but then when you get it under sunlight, it looks really red. So that's still up in the air as far as what her hair color is going to be. Her eyes right now are just the cutest little blue, and both the husband and I have blue eyes, so we're rooting for those to stay that color. She's still in newborn sized clothes because she's just teeny tiny. We went for her 1 month checkup yesterday, and she was measuring 7 pounds 1 ounce. She was born 6 pounds 2 ounces, so she's put on about a pound, but she's still teeny tiny. She's in the 4th percentile as far as weight. But when it comes to length and head circumference, she's in the 25th percentile. So she's just a really skinny baby. Like, she just doesn't have a lot of chub on her. We've definitely been improving, and our pediatrician is fine with her weight gain and her size. She's just a tiny baby that needs to pack on some weight. Sorry, easily distracted by baby. She's up to 3.5 ounce bottles now, so she drinks anywhere between 2 and 3.5 ounces at each feeding, but that has made it so we're getting longer stretches of sleep. I mentioned last week that we were going to transition her upstairs. You can look back at the last update if you are curious about what we were doing before, but we did actually transition her upstairs into her own crib. Her nursery is right across the bedroom from ours, so we just leave those 2 doors open, and she sleeps in her crib now because she's only getting up 1 or 2 times a night. For example, last night we put her in her crib around 8. She didn't then wake up until the real early hours of the morning, right around 3, and then I woke her up at just like 7:45. So that was a really great night as far as sleep. Yes, you're doing very well. Generally, the husband and I just switch off who gets to take that first shift, depending on who needs more sleep. If you need more sleep, then you get second shift and you deal with her early morning feedings or her morning feeding if she's just up for the day. But I think that is great progress as far as getting her sleep schedule established. I made that one of our primary goals, was to make sure that she got good, decent sleep at night, and so did we, because I knew that would benefit everyone, and it's really worked. At night she gets swaddled up, and she also wears her Owlette monitor. And if you're not familiar, the Owlette monitor is yeah. Are we done filming? Are you done? You're like, Mama, there's laws about this. You can only put me on camera so long. Nah, I know she doesn't get a passy very often, so she's loving it. So she wears her Owlette monitor, which is this little device that monitors her heart rate and her oxygen saturation levels, and it really has given me peace of mind. It definitely has landed itself on my must-have list, which will be out next week. It gives me so much peace of mind, and it's the only reason that I am comfortable with her sleeping in a different room. Otherwise, I'd be getting up all the time to make sure she's breathing. But with this, I know that if I haven't been woken up by a siren screech, she's alive. I absolutely just love it. So she is sleeping good 4-hour stretches at night, if not 5, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it. That being said, we do trade off during the day then. She is up for longer stretches than I guess the average baby would be, and doesn't take as long of naps because she's getting a bunch of sleep at night. And we're okay with that. We're okay with that as long as she's still growing and eating. Pediatricians chill with that too. She's still in size 1 cloth diapers on the smallest settings possible, but those are working out really well. I am gearing up to do a whole cloth diapering series, so subscribe if you're interested in that. And if you haven't already noticed, for the duration of my parental leave, I'll be updating twice a week, so the cloth diapering videos will now take up those Thursday slots. As far as development, she can now track things with her eyes. She can track us while we're talking and moving around a room, which is super cute. And her movements are getting noticeably less jerky. They're still not controlled by any means, but it's not like this crazy kind of, those guys that, the air machines in front of car lots. That's what she looked like before. Yeah, you got it. But now it's not as jerky, so she's not as hurting herself as often, scratching herself, which is nice. I appreciate that. And we're hoping before our 2-month update, she starts smiling back at us and making cute coos and ahs. She is just now starting to make sounds that, well, that is a sound you can make. Sorry, it was nap time. These lights were not doing any favors for making that happen, but that's okay. I was basically done with her part of the update. Yeah, in the next few weeks, we're looking forward to oohs and ahs and hopefully real smiles that aren't just gas smiles. On our side, we are working on getting the adoption finalized. Hopefully that happens in the next month or so. There's just a few things that need to be taken care of before we can file all that paperwork with the judge. Unfortunately, my health is fine-ish. I've been getting ovarian cysts again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link it up there. I had a very severe cyst a few months back. I went on to birth control in hopes of making those subside. Hasn't been super working. I've had 2 since then. Now that I know what they are, I know how to kind of self-treat them as far as really limiting my exercise and not being jostled and all that kind of thing. But the pains are still really severe, randomly, which is not great when you are holding a newborn. And there has been multiple times where I've had these pains while I'm holding Evangeline, and it's been scary because they usually are ones, they're usually to a level where I need to like lean over and I need to support myself either on a wall or a table or something like that. And when you're holding a child, that's just really a scary situation. Luckily, once I was on the couch, so she just got shifted onto the couch. Another time the husband happened to be around, so I told him to come and get her. But it's just not a great place to be in. And I am open to any tips from anybody that has had ovarian cysts, has PCOS, and has figured out a way to kind of regulate them. I am really hating that this is limiting the amount of exercise I can get. It just sucks all around to not feel great. So looking for tips on that. Despite that, we are almost have our household like 100% up and running, just us now, which is a really cool place to be back. That sounds weird. But before, we're relying a lot on family for food and stuff like that. We are walking Elsa again with some minor support from my mom who comes and runs her because now Elsa just loves runs. But as far as cooking our own meals and cleaning up and doing the household chores, we're all backing up and running on that front, which I am very thankful for. And that's it. Evangeline is doing really well, still itty bitty, but sleeping more, eating more, doing everything that a 1-month-old should. Leave any questions or comments down below. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already on this journey with us. And until next time, ladies, keep on fighting.